Hi, friends, today we will discuss and understand an important emotion of humans, which no one can escape in some time of their life. That is loneliness. We will distinguish on loneliness and solitude in the coming chapters of this video. When a person's social relationships fall short of their expectations, either in terms of quality or quantity, loneliness can be interpreted as an unpleasant sensation. In contrast to solitude or isolation, loneliness is characterized by a perception of separation as opposed to physical isolation. Even when surrounded by others, a person may still feel lonely, especially if they believe they have nothing in common with them or that they are not appreciated or understood. Although some experts claim that loneliness actually serves a positive function by making us want to reach out to people, loneliness does regularly co-occur with many mental health issues, especially sadness and anxiety. Please watch this episode till the end and try to help out lonely people, especially starting from your home or someone you know. Please subscribe and share this video to people who need to understand the subject necessarily. Loneliness. Loneliness is experienced by all people at some point in their lives. The prevention and treatment of this potentially harmful mental state can vary greatly because there is no single common cause. For instance, the requirements of a lonely young person who finds it difficult to establish friends at school and those of a lonely older person whose spouse suddenly passed away are different. The definition of the term lonely, as well as its numerous origins, health effects, signs, and possible therapies are covered in this video. While most definitions of loneliness refer to a feeling of being alone or alone in the world, loneliness is actually a mental state. People who are lonely experience empty, lonely, and unwelcome feelings. People who are lonely frequently want for human interaction, yet their mental state makes making friends more challenging. According to research, depression, introversion, poor social skills, and social isolation are all linked to loneliness. Many experts agree that loneliness is not always associated with being alone. Instead, loneliness affects your state of mind when you feel isolated and alone. Despite being constantly surrounded by other soldiers, a soldier who is just starting their military career could feel lonely after being deployed to a distant nation. Solitude versus loneliness. Being alone is not the same as being lonely, despite the fact that evidence consistently demonstrates that loneliness and isolation are detrimental to both mental and physical health. In truth, being alone can help people concentrate and recharge, among other significant advantages for their mental health. Feelings of solitude despite a desire for social relationships are characteristics of loneliness. Others frequently see it as an unintentional breakup, rejection, or abandonment. On the other side, solitude is chosen. People who like their alone time keep up healthy social connections that they can resort to when they desire for interaction. Even while they still engage with others, their social time is balanced out by solitary activities. Loneliness factors. Situational aspects like physical isolation, relocation, and divorce are contributing elements to loneliness. Feelings of loneliness can also result from the loss of a significant someone in a person's life. Additionally, it might be a sign of a mental illness like depression. People with depression frequently retreat socially, which might result in isolation. Loneliness may also contribute to the symptoms of depression, according to research. Internal problems like low self-esteem can also contribute to loneliness. People who lack self-assurance frequently think they are unworthy of other people's attention or respect, which can result in exclusion and long-term loneliness. A role for personality variables is also possible. For instance, introverts may be less prone to create and seek out social interactions, which might increase feelings of loneliness and seclusion. Risks to one's health associated with loneliness. There are several detrimental impacts of loneliness on both physical and mental health, including alcohol and drug abuse, altered brain function, and the progression of Alzheimer's disease. Incivility, cardiovascular disease and stroke, and antisocial conduct. Poor decision-making, suicidal thoughts, depression, and decreased memory in learning. Please get support and guidance from a qualified counselor if you are having suicidal thoughts, as it indicates urgent danger. These are not the only ways that loneliness has a negative impact. Adults who are lonely, for instance, exercise less than those who are not lonely. They consume more fat in their diet, sleep less soundly, and complain of more daily weariness. Additionally, loneliness interferes with the body's ability to regulate certain cellular processes, which makes lonely people more likely to age too quickly. A small group of close friends can prevent loneliness and lessen the detrimental effects on one's health that come with it. According to research, having genuine face-to-face interactions with friends might improve one's sense of well-being. Loneliness spreads like a disease. According to one study, loneliness can actually spread. According to research, those who spend time with lonely people are more prone to experience loneliness themselves. Guidelines for avoiding and combating loneliness. You can get over loneliness. To change, one must make a conscious effort. Making a change over time can improve your overall happiness and health, as well as your ability to positively influence those around you. Here are some suggestions for avoiding loneliness. Take into account volunteering or another enjoyable hobby. These circumstances offer fantastic chances to make new friends and engage in social activities. Assume the best. Instead of expecting rejection, as lonely individuals frequently do, try to concentrate on having good attitudes and thoughts in your social interactions. Pay attention to creating good relationships. Look for people who are like you in terms of attitudes, passions, and ideals. Realize that feeling alone is an indication that something needs to be altered. Don't anticipate. Join an existing group or form your own. For instance, you might consider starting a meetup group for locals in your area who share your interests. Additionally, you can think about enrolling in a course at a community college, joining a reading club, or enrolling in a fitness class. In addition to making new friends, strengthening your current ties can also be a very effective approach to deal with loneliness. Call a friend or member of your family that you haven't spoken to in a long. Speak to a reliable person. It's crucial to chat to someone in your life about how you are feeling. This can be a friend or family member, but you might also think about speaking to your. People who are lonely may feel alone and cut off from others. It is a complex mental state that can be brought on by personality features, mental health issues, life circumstances, and low self-esteem. Additionally, loneliness can have detrimental effects on one's physical and mental health. Knowing the warning symptoms of loneliness is crucial since loneliness can have a negative impact on your health. It's crucial to keep in mind that being lonely is different from being alone. There are steps you can do to assist you make new relationships and get the social support you require if loneliness is having a negative impact on your well-being. Make an effort to meet new people and spend time conversing with those already in your life. If you're still having trouble, think about counseling. Whatever you decide to do, keep in mind that there are resources available. Thanks for watching and giving your valuable time. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to keep our motivation going. Cheers!